Hey guys, it's that guy with the picks here. Last night was a crazy day. I wasn't able to get a video out on YouTube. But if you follow me on TikTok, I was able to put out a small video on TikTok, a couple minutes long, breaking down the Boise State game last night and giving Boise State minus the points. And we know what Boise State did. They absolutely murdered that team for the winning cover. Sorry I couldn't get that out on this stream. I just didn't have time to handicap it and break it down to the depth that I normally do on my YouTube channel. But tonight, we are going back to college basketball, one of the last games on the board, and we are getting a good fade in a good spot with a great defensive team. Tonight, Idaho at 2-7 is traveling to Cal State University Bakersfield at 3-2. This line sits at 12 and the total sits at 138. Is that the right line? Could it be that high? Wow, it is 138. It's pretty surprising. I thought I wrote that down wrong. Idaho last game, obviously, the people on here that are going to watch this, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Idaho's last game, they got a very impressive win by beating South Dakota State 98-84, which in that game, we had the losing side in South Dakota State. We had South Dakota State giving 22 points to Idaho, and they got beat 98-84. I gave that game out, but that wasn't Idaho. Point blank, it wasn't. One guy commented in the comment section, he said, they look like the 96 Chicago Bulls. If you go back and you look at that game, Idaho hit almost every shot they took. It was like hitting the Powerball for them. I mean, their shooting numbers from the floor were disgusting. Disgusting. But that's not who Idaho is. Not at all. I guess you get one or two of them games a year where you just don't miss. Takes me back to the Reggie Miller days when the hoop looked like a soccer net. They couldn't miss a shot. Who Idaho is, they're a bad team on both sides of the ball. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. This team, Idaho averages 71 points a game, and they shoot 41% while they give up 85 points a game. They're a small team. And I know that because I watched their last game with a disgusting face on my face the whole game as they played South Dakota State. They're a small team. They average a hair over 32 rebounds a game. Cal State Bakersfield comes in this averaging 40 rebounds a game. Now, we all know what happens and take places when a team averages 7 more rebounds than you do. More opportunities to score, more possessions. And once again, I don't think Cal State Bakersfield is the team that needs either of them tonight. But they're going to get them. Cal State Bakersfield averages 71 points a game, and they give up 64 points a game. They are a very, very good defensive team. In their last 5 games, the most points they've given up in the last 5 games is 64 points. The other 4 teams, one team scored 60. In the last game they played, I'll get to that. They're a defensive-minded team. They have a solid starting 5 that all contribute. They do not have a standout player on this team. They don't. They don't have a guy that averages 18 or 19 points a game. They don't. They have a good starting five that plays together good as a team. And they get added on the defensive side of the ball. Their last game, they beat a good Boise State team. Listen to this score. They beat them. Hold on. Mouth is dry. They beat Boise State 46-39. They held Boise State to under 40 points. They held Boise to 22.4% shooting from the floor, and they held them to 18.8% from three. So you can just imagine what this team defensively is going to do to Idaho. It's going to look like an anaconda that's got its prey. It's not going to be a pretty sight. Someone's life is going to get sucked out of them. What I do see is I see Idaho hanging around for a short time. But I'll also be honest with you. If Cal State Bakersfield comes out the gate and they start hitting a couple shots, this game is going to get very, very ugly and long for Idaho. Very ugly and very long. And there's a great possibility that's going to happen. But if Idaho does hang around for a little bit, you got a bigger team. I mean, it's like a boxing, it's like a boxing match. Or it's even better, it's like a UFC match. You got two heavyweights. You got a guy coming in at 280 and you got a guy coming in at 245. The guy that's 280 has been practicing and training for the past 3 months. And what they've been training to do was apply that body weight to their opponent to wear them down. That's the same thing that's going to happen tonight in this Cal State Bakersfield game. That's the worst case scenario. That's the worst case. So that's a great option to have. Because best case is they come out, start hitting some shots, and it's just lockdown defense, and this game's over even before it starts. Regardless of how it plays out, Cal State Bakersfield minus 12 is the pick tonight. Put it on a ticket, make some money, because you already know what we're going to do. We're going to get back to getting this cash.